morning, everybody. Welcome to City Life. I'm going to be your host this morning. We're going to have Sam Meas, who's a candidate for State Senate, and we're going to have Carla Miller, who has been involved with, she ran for that seat, as a matter of fact, and she's a pretty busy Republican. And it seems it's interesting. I know in Tewksbury and Drake, the Republican committees are very, very active. I don't hear anything about the Democratic committee in Tewksbury, but boy, that Republican committee, they're meeting and they've got a lot of people attending, and
I appreciate their efforts.
I think it's interesting.
They have no machine.
well, eventually, I mean, people. Although I don't know, that election in Maine last night was kind of bizarre, but
Yeah, the guy who's been has the bad text and sending naked pictures of himself.
Yeah.
He's going to be the next senator.
Yeah.
If
Well,
the Democrats win.
It's comical. Democrats called the Republicans Nazis, and he has a Nazi. I don't understand that. They can't say that anymore, can they? But they'll have to come up with a new derogatory term, I guess, to call everybody. It's just everybody's so hostile and nasty. Are you a soccer fan?
No.
I don't know anything about soccer,
No.
but it's a big thing, isn't it?
Well, I think the media is trying to build it up to be a big thing.
Well, I think I remember years ago when going to England was down a lot, and it's very big. His brother played at Oxford. And Dorian's roommates.
Hey, Lynn, grab another microphone. You just shut yourself down there.
Okay, there we go. That looks good.
All better. Just the
Okay.
dead one, just turn them on the side, will you?
Okay,
So we don't hand that to Sam
Okay.
by mistake.
okay.
Good, thanks. I'll change the battery later.
Yeah, it's I think it's obviously caught on in the United States. It's such a lot of running. Although my granddaughter plays lacrosse. She had a tournament last weekend, and my goodness gracious, that's a lot of running as well.
My take on this whole thing is the NFL went over to Europe to try to grab fans to follow the NFL, and it was a failure.
Yeah,
Didn't work. Oh, they're playing in London. They didn't pack the stadium.
yeah.
So this is soccer's way of saying, we're going to take your fans away. And I don't think it's going to work. But we'll see.
Well, I don't know. It seems to be. I mean, here, everything, they've turned the city upside down. Everything's, and they're going to have those. I hope they have better luck with the watch parties than they did in New York for the.
They beat up fans with the opposing team's shirts on. I know,
I don't, you know.
Guys, you can't do that.
No. I hope we do better with the soccer players, but because that's an international thing. But as long as it's allowed, John, as long as there's no consequences,
No, some got arrested.
Oh, did they?
Some got arrested, and they're chastising. They're putting their video on. I listened to 1010 Wins in New York radio station in the morning, and they were putting the video out there of the brawls that happened and tearing people's shirts off. Shouldn't do that.
No, it's just.
They should be arrested for it.
Well, but
If you're on video, arrest them for it.
but there have been no consequences. I know one thing that I emphasize with my grandchildren is consequences, because they're not being taught it. I don't think it's just. Why would they behave if they nothing happens to them?
I tell my younger generation, if you see somebody with a bullhorn or a microphone system, go the other way.
Absolutely. I think it's all organized. I'm so done with it all. Let's all just be civil. It's too bad. Are you planning anything for the 4th? You'll be down the beach, I assume.
No, well, I'm told now that all the cities and towns are too poor for fireworks. And I don't miss the fireworks. They have fireworks every Wednesday night at Hampton Beach. It's free. Just go
Yeah.
down there, look out the window. It's good stuff. And but once you've seen that fireworks display, it's the same display the whole summer.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never actually been a big fan of fireworks. I don't know, maybe in my childhood I must have had a bad experience or something. But it just, I'm with you, it's just, it all looks the same. But I hope that everything goes well for the celebrations. And we're having a party at the Housing Authority for the tenants of 4th of July. Actually, it's tomorrow.
Well, this is the 250th, so they're selling all their nice shirts and hats and
Yeah.
pretty stuff.
Yeah, some of it is really very nice. There's a block party at the Legion in Chelmsford this Saturday, 12 to whenever, and there'll be all kinds of things there. Food, and of course, it's a wonderful spot. It's on Crystal Lake, on Route 40. So,
Okay.
So anybody that's...
Hope the weather's good.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a hot one, but tomorrow's supposed to be a hot one too. But I'll be doing something. I'm working the chug-a-lug table or something, or the beer tent or something.
You're going to work it?
Yeah. I'm in the auxiliary out there, and it's...
Well, you like that stuff. You're a good soul.
Well, I love the Chelmsford Legion. It's very friendly, and they just don't... They just accept people. They're not... People come and go, and they just are very gracious. And in our auxiliary, they do quite a bit. It's an enjoyable group of women. So I enjoy it out there. So, and Var's a member out there. So we get to do. They had a very big ceremony for one of them that passed away last weekend, and very impressive. So they're a good little community.
Nice. It's good to have a
Have you
place to
seen-
go. It's friendly.
Yeah.
Good for you.
And have you seen? You know who I haven't seen in a very long time is John McDonough.
He's living in New Hampshire now.
Yeah. it's
Happily married, and
Yeah,
see him
oh,
on
I-
Facebook.
listen.
He loves to cook.
I know his daughter graduated.
He might be a Draketeer.
No, he moved. He moved out of Drake when he got married.
New Hampshire? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
He flew the coop. He got wise to Massachusetts.
I don't blame him. That's
It's
my motto. Move to New Hampshire.
it's
We are a corrupt state.
it's discouraging, isn't it? I mean, they tax everything.
Yes, they do.
And I don't know when the voters are going to wise up to all this nonsense. So the money's going to go to education, or the money's going to go to it goes back to the state, and God knows where it goes.
Well, some of my friends, and relatives, their kiddos get married and they move down to Georgia or Texas or South Carolina or Kansas. And I tell them, as soon as they have a baby, you're moving.
Yeah.
So get ready. Oh, I'll never move. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's getting beyond the ability for people to afford to live here. I can't even imagine what it's like in New York.
Well, it takes a family member to move, because you figure you get in your car, you go down to Market Basket, you're going to see people you know
Yep.
in Market Basket. You move to Tennessee, you're not going to see a soul you know.
Oh, I know when Bown always wanted to relocate. We bought a couple places in North Carolina, and he wanted to go there in the worst way. But I was too involved, and, as you say, connected here. All
Yep.
my friends were here, my neighbors. It's my little town. I like my little town. Colin's doing a great job. Might see him tomorrow at the party.
Yeah, he's a good egg.
Oh, we're very fortunate in Tewksbury.
Likeable guy.
Yeah, he's, and it's encouraging to see the next generation. We just elected a very young man to the selectmen, and so I'm glad. I'm glad to see some younger people picking it up and trying to make a difference. We all try to do that at some point or another. And I don't know how, I don't mean to be cynical, I don't know how much we accomplish, but it's the effort. But Colin is really, he's got a course on government and town government, and I know pretty much all the committees are full, maybe not finance, because that's a difficult one. But nobody gets paid and everybody volunteers, and there always seems to be something going on in the center with the meeting house and the town hall. They've done quite a bit in the center. I don't know what's going to happen with the fire station. We need a fire station.
The fire station will remain on the ballot until we pass it.
Yeah.
Chelmsford did the same thing.
Yeah. Well, we need one. I mean,
I remember joking with Paul Cohen after they had won the new fire station. I says, Paul, you're going to put the fire station on the ballot again and see if they still want it? He said, no.
Yeah, it's interesting, the golf course.
This is this morning's Lowell Sun, Linda.
Oh.
A Draper Laboratory expanding Lowell facility. Now, the Lowell Sun, I don't understand why they're doing this. They seem to have forgotten about the $50 million overrun on the high school.
Yeah.
And this is glee for the city council. Oh, look at Draper Labs. What are you going to do about the $50 million extra? Our taxes are going up, and how are we going to handle this $50 million overrun? And I don't see anybody talking about it.
I don't. It's really.
I mean, I'm happy Draper's going to have more people, but the people that are going to work for Draper are going to drive in from Westford and Tingsboro. They're not going to be Lowellians.
Well, they're hoping that's going to. Isn't that the purpose of that whole development is to get people to move into that area? I don't
think they're going to, but we'll see.
Well, even if I would think even people in Tingsboro and Chelmsford and Westford, Drake, it's nice to have something closer than having to go to Burlington or Boston. So it's nice to see them keep the students in the area from the university. So I wish them well. I didn't know Johnny Damon was owned part of the Spinners. Did you know that?
I reflectively heard it, but it didn't sink in. What's the difference?
Well,
somebody's got to own them. Good for him.
It's certainly a shot in the arm. It's good to see a crowd back at the Spinners. I hope to take my grandchildren to a game or two. Two of them play baseball, and the four of them will enjoy, I think.
Well,
the Spinners was always a good take for kids.
Do you get the grandchildren very often to watch them or no?
No, I go up there. Well, yes, I do. I go up and, yeah.
Do you just stay at the house or you take them out?
No, we just go off. I don't stay over. They don't stay over.
Okay.
I have a wonderful time.
So where do you take them anywhere, or they just stay in the house?
Oh yeah, I've taken them. We've got a whole plan set up. Every week in the summer we go to we do something, and we'll go to Rye or we'll go somewhere. But we always go to the library. They have library cards, and
so you go to Rye, New Hampshire?
Yeah, we go wherever. We went to Hampton. We take them various places up north, and
careful with your parking at Rye. They're taking away parking space. Town parking spots on the street. They're taking them away.
Really?
They don't want the pesky out of towners.
Oh, that was such a nice area up there to take the kids to go looking for
The bad news, that microphone's fagging out too. So.
Oh dear.
So,
okay, we'll try another one. We'll just. How about this one?
I think you're going to be good.
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
Yep. But I take them. There's a wonderful museum in Manchester that they enjoy, and but part of the day is we pop into whatever library is around, and they use their little. And Autumn and I have a book club that she picks a book and I read it in my nook, and she gets the book out of the library, so it's a lot of fun.
How old are they?
Autumn is just turned 10. Donovan's 7. Mason is going to be 11, and Olivia is 6, and we're expecting one in July.
Ooh,
A new baby.
that'll be nice.
Yeah. It's I think it's very ambitious on their part, but I wouldn't want to. I can't even imagine an infant how that's gonna. But that's quite a handful. 5.
Yeah, that's
But
a
they-
lot of kids.
Well, and they all are involved. I mean, Mason he's quite a baseball player, but he's out of Brookline, and Autumn does lacrosse, and they all do hockey. Donovan
Are
does.
they all happy with the new one that's coming?
Yeah, actually, Autumn has actually crocheted a couple of little blankets for the baby.
Nice.
She's very sweet.
Beautiful.
Yeah, she's very creative. I'm very. Both of Autumn and Donovan seem to be able to be self-starters. Donovan likes to he has a little workbench his father set up for him, and he likes to try to make things, and so
Beautiful.
they made a teepee in their yard they did a really good job. Twigs and branches.
To be a kid again with your. I remember we used to build clubhouses. When I was a kid, they were building the Rogers School. So scrap lumber was plentiful. So we'd take a walk across the street and grab hunks of plywood and 2x4s and 4x8s and 4x4s. It was great. And then nails were a pain. So we had to pull the nail out of the wood, find a piece of granite, and straighten the nail out.
Yeah.
To use it again. So that was our.
And Donovan does that sort of thing. I thought the kids didn't do that sort of thing anymore, but he will take rocks and bang things and tie things and put things together. I just was amazed when they said they were going to make a teepee, and they did, and it really is a teepee. And they sit inside it. It's really cute. They're,
Beautiful.
And they're growing some things, and
Keeps them in the backyard, and they think they have a little secure place.
yeah.
Feels even better when it's raining a little bit and they're staying dry in their teepee.
Yeah. So we'll be going frogging soon. They get out next week, so off we'll go on. But I try to find different parks. There's a wonderful park and lake, actually, in Merrimack. Merrimack has very nice parks. So
Merrimack, nice town, huge town,
it is.
gigantic town, but very green, a lot of trees up there.
And the river is a big part of it. They're really close to the river, so one of the parks is right on the river. So
Well, the affluence of southern New Hampshire, you just go into Market Basket, and it's as crowded as Stadium Plaza.
oh yeah,
They do a fantastic business up there, and the population is loaded with glee. They're all happy, in a rush. I need my corn, and I gotta get out of here.
yeah. The only problem is the parking lots. Boy, have you know? I think the driving's getting worse and worse.
Don't you have a handicapper?
No.
Oh, Lynn.
No.
Free parking everywhere. You never have to pay for parking again. You
Well,
park on
it isn't paying. It's the lunatics in the parking
No,
lot.
I get to park up front, too.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, you got to get a handicapper. Oh, it's wonderful.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, I know Bev and Louise always had, and they gloat about it, that they get to park right at the door, and I'm walking down Gorham Street or something to Good Times.
Yeah. And you should just ask that, hey, Doc, I'm getting a little out of puff. Can I get a handicapper?
I do
You won't be embarrassed. You know what? I can park right there.
Well,
Especially in winter, Linda.
well, I know winter isn't very nice, but that keeps you moving. You got to keep moving. The minute I stop moving,
No, you don't.
oh, I do. The minute I stop moving, then it's horrible.
Well, you don't have to use it. Just get one. and I'll bet you use it. Just talk to your doctor next time you go and visit.
Yeah. You can't get to see a doctor. Oh, I have to tell you though, I had to bring someone to the emergency room last Friday. She said, I think I have shingles. So she said, take me to Old General. I said, never, ever, ever. I'd crawl up to Southern New Hampshire first. We were in Southern New Hampshire. We went at 2:30, maybe 3 o'clock. We were home eating dinner at 6.
Beautiful.
She'd been in, treated. It was busy. And all they did was come out and say, "We're so sorry you have to wait. We're so sorry. We're so sorry for the delay." They were absolutely fabulous. The doc was fabulous, and she did have shingles. But
In Seabrook, there's a sign how long the wait time is. The wait time for service is 7 minutes. And you go like, I'm gonna go to that emergency room.
I don't understand what is wrong now. We had a tenant go in to Old General. What day is today? Wednesday. Monday. About 2 o'clock, she fell. A bad fall, and cut her head. Yesterday afternoon at 2 o'clock, she was still in the hallway. That isn't right. That's not acceptable.
No, it's not, and it's something that you have to complain. Let's look up the board of directors for Lowell General Hospital.
That's just appalling, though.
Yeah.
As I say, we were in and out in a couple of hours.
Because those are the people you have to bellyache to.
Yeah.
You know, Mr. Smythe, who he's above everyone else. He's in the board. You call him up, say, when you go to Lowell General, there's a 2-day wait for service. What are you going to do to fix that? Well, there's nothing I can do. Then get off the board. It's nothing you can do about it. Get off the board. You're a failure.
I talk to the tenants and they send them home and say, you'll have to come back to be treated. It's an emergency room. How bizarre is that? I'll tell you, the healthcare system is really, but there were no private practices, no private docs. The docs sold out to the hospitals sold out to the insurance companies.
For the malpractice insurance. The malpractice insurance is crazy how much money that is.
Originally, that I remember that was a real kick in the butt in the 80s, 90s. But now, docs can't practice. The insurance company, there's some clueless person in a cubicle in Iowa that's deciding whether you should have an MRI. Now, do you meet our criteria? They don't. Your leg could be falling off, and it's ridiculous. It's just insane.
So
and Tufts has not been a good thing for Lowell General.
I asked Google, and Google gave me this answer: that the chair is Ray Anthes, Jr. The vice chair is Daniel Manser. Then we got Michael Dubuque as the clerk. And Naomi Pendergast. She's a great gal. Brian Chapman, nice guy. These are the people you have to talk to when you see them. Say, hey, Brian, what are you going to do about the Lowell General wait in the emergency room? Julie Chen, Susan Levine, Thrashar Patel, Shaman Dahad, George Milsakis, Bopa Malone. We see Bopa. Hey, Bopa.
Oh, Bopa.
What's going on over there? Why is it 2 days in the hallway before we get any service? So when you see these people hobnobbing around town, just give them a little brain pinch and tell them how piss poor the service is at the Lowell General Emergency Room.
It's not a mystery. Everybody knows it. It's just a given. And people one of the problems is people just accept it. But what are you going to do? You have to go where your insurance won't pay for, I guess.
Well, you go to Southern New Hampshire, right?
Yeah.
Does your insurance pay?
But my cardiologist is out of Chelmsford. They have fabulous doctors. Gerber's group up there, the cardiologists are excellent.
hot guy, he's in Chelmsford in a Tufts building. They're all in Tufts buildings.
Is that the one that?
Research Drive.
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
They're all Tufts buildings.
Oh, we have the same cardiologist, Brian Dolan.
Dolan, yeah. Okay.
And they're very good as long as I can just be seen there. But boy, I wouldn't want to have to go to the hospital. Well, they wouldn't let him see you anyway.
When you do, you don't get him.
That's right. They wouldn't let him see you. That was the first thing, and that started back. I'm going to say in around 2000 that docs couldn't see their patients in the hospital. They were forbidden to go see their patients in the hospital. So you go to the hospital and you have a hospitalist that has not one clue about you, doesn't even look or doesn't even want to know, I don't think. How do you treat a patient that you don't look at them because you have to look at your computer because you have to answer all the questions the insurance company is asking you? They have their little laptop.
Everything's got to be written down. If it's not written down, the hospital doesn't get paid. So that's why everything's written down.
Well, it isn't just writing, John. You check off the box. Check off the box for your analysis. Check off a box because you took a blood pressure. Check off the box.
I got to shrink this.
Good morning. My wife was in South Carolina last week and got a splinter that she couldn't get out. She went to the emergency room there, and they told her she needed a referral before they could do anything. There it is, the insurance. It's better it goes septic, I guess. It's outrageous. It's outrageous. But, I blame docs originally because they thought they went to third-party pay when they had it so that you would go to the doctor, you'd pay, and then you'd get reimbursed by insurance company. But docs didn't want to have to collect the money, so they went with insurances. And then you came in with the HMOs. The hospital started getting stronger, pushing out the independent docs. I don't know where there are any private practices anymore.
Well, the hospitals are a business.
Oh, more than a business, it's outrageous.
And the fact that the government lets them continue to be not-for-profits, it's a scoundrel.
Yeah. And so, no, they don't have to, the docs don't have, they have coverage all the time.
There you are on vacation in South Carolina, and, you got a good whack on your head, and you go in to the emergency room, and they go like, oh, you got to get a referral. What the hell's the matter with you people?
But, John, you look at Old General, they're run by Tufts. Tufts doesn't operate out of Massachusetts, I don't believe, unless they've changed.
Tufts, Boston?
But it's out of Massachusetts. You don't have Tufts and go, the snowbirds don't have Tufts.
No, they don't. When you go to Florida, there's no Tufts.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
There's no Tufts in New
but
Hampshire.
that's the only insurance.
Maybe there's Tufts in New Hampshire. They just opened up a mental institution, I was happy for.
Oh, that's good.
The whole facility, Tufts is opening up. I give them a feather in the cap for opening a facility specifically for mental illness. Gigantic building.
Where?
I don't know. I saw pictures on the internet of it.
Very good. But I'm sure it's probably in Massachusetts. So,
yeah.
Way back, I would say to people when they're saying, which insurance should I take? Well, I don't know. Are you going to stay in Massachusetts, or are you planning to go somewhere for the winter or travel? You don't want to travel with Tufts because there it is. You have to, and unfortunately, I don't know if Old General takes all the insurances. I know all the docs that participate there have to participate in Tufts. So it's, and then they want, how that all works, and they have to refer it within each other and to my mate down the hall, and whether he's competent or not. It's just a very bad system now.
I'm trying to see where this new mental institution is.
So.
Malden. It's in Malden.
Oh, okay. I think that we need to, I don't know what they're going to do with the health care.
Well, I'm glad they're just stopping ignoring it. It's the best picture I can get of the thing. Come on, get up on the screen, you lazy bum. Good sized facility.
Very good.
So, tip of the cap, for behavioral Health Hospital. Is that what it says? I can't read. It's a little blurry, the sign, but anyway. It's a mental health hospital, and I'm happy that they're opening something up.
Oh, I'll have to see what they're offering there for people. Depression is such a huge issue. I know. But anyway, so I won't keep beating up the healthcare system, but it is terrible.
I did talk to Beverly on the phone. She sounded great. We had a nice little chit chat,
Oh, good.
and everything's going pretty good for her. She's pretty happy.
I'm glad.
She didn't speak of any summer plans yet, but I'm sure her and Louise is getting rid of the place.
Yeah, it's on the market. I don't know.
Oh, it'll be gone in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Well, you stop and think about it. Back in the day, we had 3 hospitals, which employed a lot of people. Now, only 2. A question: are people healthier?
We're all on pills.
Well, that's just it. The medications, but you just can't get in to see anybody. It's I just find it appalling. I wasn't looking forward to going to any emergency room, but I was pleased to see that in southern New Hampshire, the care was fabulous. Fabulous.
Yeah, well, you're right on the private practice business, because when I was a kid, I got to meet every doctor in the world because I had to go have them sign a death certificate.
Yeah.
And you had to go sit in their office and wait until they got time to sign. And it got done. But we had to go to like 75 different doctors. And now those offices are all gone. They were all in downtown Lowell, Chelmsford, Billerica, Tewksbury, wherever you might have gone.
Yeah.
It was a doctor's office, but now they're all in the hospital.
They're there or they're out at Research Place. Well, I remember way back, Bown was head of respiratory, and we had the office, and they built the office building next to Lowell General. And they made it very clear, either you take space there, or you won't be head of respiratory anymore. And he wasn't.
Wow.
And there it is. So, they're all controlled by the hospitals, and that would be lovely if they were providing a good service. I just don't see. I think it's unfortunate to have these good doctors in the area and them not be able to practice.
Well, see, when you go to a Boston hospital, you get your doctor.
Yeah.
If you're seeing a doctor in Boston and you go to your Boston hospital, you're going to see your doctor.
Yeah.
And the pine cone on the desk looks like a blooming onion. It's a big.
Yes, it does.
It's a big pine cone. I found that in my backyard probably 5 years ago.
Really?
Yep.
I haven't had blooming onion. That's out of the outback.
Yep. Very greasy, and with my particular application on it, I got to be near a bathroom afterwards.
I always liked it.
It's delicious.
I loved the outback when it was in Tingsboro. I used to, when Bown passed away, I used to go there a lot alone. It was just a very comfortable place. I'd see other women there. It just was a nice place to go and have dinner, and it was always good. So I'm sorry, but I don't know what's going to happen in Tingsboro now. Smoky Bones is gone. Bahama Breeze is gone. So there's 2 big restaurants that I would think, with the casino right there, I would think a good restaurant could do well. It's accessible. It's right off the highway.
Well, it's quite the adventure to open up a chain restaurant, to open up a Capitol Grill, something. You got to pay every month just to use the name.
Well, yeah. But it's and the public is so fickle.
Well, you got plenty of competition.
Yeah. I really have admiration for places like Good Times that consistently provide good food and at a reasonable price, and they've always packed.
We're going to a new place in Drake. It's where Sear was. Let me go. Josh Taylor, he's the guy who's picking. Got to scroll down to his text. Come on, Josh. Where are you? There he is. It's called The Hangout in Drake. We're going there Monday.
Now, where is that?
You go up Bridge Street.
Yeah,
and,
okay.
You know where Brown and Budnick's is?
Yeah.
It's in that plaza there. So Brown and Budnick's, we had them for a cookout. Oh my God, they're fantastic. Good people, good food. Everybody was happy. Okay, that's
Well,
the end of that adventure.
Yeah, there's going to be a few new ones in Tingsboro, so that's going to be, but there are two places. I can't imagine them being empty too long with the casinos. I think the casino is expanding. Have you been in the mall? I haven't. All I've done is run into
No,
Target.
I've been to the Nash a couple of times, and beautiful building. If you like to gamble, I guess it's a lot of fun. And the restaurants, they're okay. They weren't super duper,
Yeah.
just okay.
Well, downtown Nashua is still very good. Surf and Peddler's Daughter, and they've got a lot of restaurants in downtown Nashua.
Well, there's tons of restaurants down here too, so we go, because we got Tewksbury. Tewksbury got
Well, yeah, Tewksbury is.
restaurant every 15
Well,
feet.
it is ours, you
Good
know.
stuff. Good
And
stuff.
again, it's accessible. I think we could possibly compete with ours because we're on a highway and people can get to it easily.
Well, Tingsboro, man, you got the Olive Garden. I
Mm-hmm.
love the Olive Garden. And the two places across the street, they just went under.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Bahama Breeze, and what was the other one?
Smoky Bones.
Yeah. But there's another one up the street doing okay, heading towards town center.
Yeah, the beer place, the Emporium, is it? And there's a Mexican place. I'm not sure how
Yeah.
well that's doing. There's a new Indian restaurant up where Dunkin' Donuts is. The tavern is always busy.
Yeah, the Tavern in the Square, whatever
They do very.
Tingsboro in the Square, whatever they call
Yeah.
yours. Maybe it's on the line.
Yeah, yeah.
Tavern on the line.
It's they're always busy, and it's nice. You see.
I like the menu being online. My wife taught me that trick. If you're going to go to a restaurant, go look at the menu online before you go.
Yeah.
Saves you a little time. You might, because you're there and you try to talk and you might miss half the menu.
Yeah.
But you're sitting there and playing on your phone. You go, oh look, they have this or they have that. They have tuna or egg or whatever you might be looking for.
I find it very loud in the tavern, but it's a lot of younger people there. It's a hangout.
I don't like a loud restaurant.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, they really are loud.
Terrible
it has to do
acoustics.
with a painted ceiling. If they have an acoustic ceiling, it's not going to make any noise.
Well, remember, I know.
Because I got these guys that build these Taj Mahal funeral homes. They call me complaining, John, what do you do? You got that TV thing going. How do you get rid of echoes? I said, you have to put up an acoustic ceiling. What's that? I said, you know those squares that have
Yeah.
holes in them? Oh, no. I don't want them. You're stuck with the echo.
Yeah.
You got to have more drapes. Something's got to absorb the sound. You
That's
need
right.
Bigger drapes and carpeting on the floor. Oh, we have all hardwood floors. I know it's beautiful. But if you want to get rid of the echo, you need to put something that sucks the sound down.
Yeah. Well,
Like there's no echo in here because there's a carpet, there's drapery, and we don't have echo. But if that carpet wasn't there, it would be echoing all over the place.
the tavern in Tingsboro is big. It's like a big hall. It's in high. You're right, high ceilings. So it's just like, to me, it's like a barn.
Yeah.
It's. I'd rather go to like a Burton's or something.
As long as I can hear the people at the table, I'm good.
I'm finding that harder and harder.
Yeah. They're going to put that on my gravestone, the word what? That's my epitaph. What?
To the point that I almost say it automatically, even though I've heard it. I think that's called inattentive deafness or something. But I just. But people still, obviously, people are still going out. The gas around here seems to be coming down a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's not in the news, so the We Hate Trump media is out there. And gas is, people are going to buy it no matter what the price is because they have to have it.
Yeah,
I mean, how do you get around?
I
You
know.
gotta get gas in your car.
But last weekend it cost me like $70 to fill my tank.
Sometimes I look under the car to see if it's got a hole in the tank. Another question, why, when you do a cruise, does the panel do a specialty restaurant or main dining room? How about you? What do you do, Lynn?
Well, I've done both, but I don't mind the main dining room. I'm a bit of a bar fly on a cruise.
And when you
I
describe
pick a piano bar or whatever,
Oh, I got you.
and eat there so much. I mean the food,
If my wife Ellen wants to go to the specialty restaurant, we're going to go there.
yeah,
Other than that, the dining room's fantastic. I prefer to sit with strangers, but usually they give us a table by ourselves, which I'm okay with.
yeah,
But I'm pretty good at talking to strangers, so
yeah.
you learn a lot more about.
I
what's
love
going on.
cruises.
They used to have. They gave us specific dining tables, but now one of the cruise lines, you're dining any time, so you don't have a table. They just give
I
you a seat.
remember that. I remember way
think
back on the
NCL.
Holland, you'd go to the same table every night.
Yep.
It's like
Princess
the
too.
American plan.
Princess too. They give you your table 55 or 155. Or some of these dining rooms, your table 355. Can't believe how big these boats are.
I remember I took Dorian on a cruise with Gaelic Storm. No, it was Phil Coulter, and we had a table, and it was really wonderful because I think there were 8 and so it was a very interesting group of people. You got to every night, and so you got to sort of find out where they were from, what they were doing, what they found interesting, what they did during the day. I just love cruises. You can do as much as you want or as little as you want.
In my heyday, I'd get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, go up and hit the breakfast buffet, check out all the different sausages, see which one I liked the best. Then when she woke up, we went to the dining room for breakfast.
Yeah.
And sometimes we get breakfast brought to the room, but now they're charging for room service.
Really?
That's something new, yep.
Well, they have to do something because now they have all those bar packages. Just about all of them, you buy a bar package.
Yeah,
You don't pay for drinks.
You have 14 drinks a day. Who's drinking 14 drinks a day?
Well, because there's nothing in them. There really isn't. It's all watered down. Now, I know I went on a cruise with Jan, and we brought a case of wine with us.
How'd you get it on?
You paid $7, I think, a bottle to bring your own wine, and they'd open it, you'd bring it to the table or whatever.
Wow.
How about what type of fruity drinks do you guys prefer on a cruise? Well, I'm a martini person, so I do espresso martinis and Cosmos.
I do the drink of the day.
Yeah.
I don't care what the drink is. Give me the drink of the day. It's always
Yeah.
tasty. I don't drink unless I'm on vacation, so it's rare. I'll have a glass of wine a couple of nights a week, but other than that, nothing.
I use a lot of fruit, a lot of juices at home, mixing.
Okay.
I do a lot of sangria and a lot of martinis with.
Oh, it's all nice stuff. I just choose not. I have too many alcoholics in my family, so I think it's in my genes.
Yeah.
And I just don't want to mess with it.
Well, the nice thing about the fruity drinks is you don't have that much alcohol. When you see these drinks and they say, oh, there's this and that, and it's about there isn't even a quarter of an ounce of each.
My wife makes a Cosmo to put you right on your butt. Oh,
I love
my God.
Cosmos.
She made a Cosmo. She says, I can't drink this. And she goes, you can have it. And they're like, wow.
Well,
This thing
it's
potent.
Cointreau and vodka. I like Grey Goose Orange in my Cosmos, but there's not anything. The best Cosmo, when you look at a Cosmo, should be light. You don't want a hot pink Cosmo.
Well, I don't know
Too
why
much
they
cranberry
put it in that
juice.
dinky glass that spills it all over the place.
Well, yes.
That should be improved. It should have straight sides.
Well, at home, I don't put them in martini glasses. I chill glasses, but I don't, because of that, because you knock everything over. It is a very bad, Well, you know why? It used to be martini glasses were much smaller. Martini glasses used to just hold 2 shots. Now people expect a gigantic martini glass when they order and they should. I mean, they're like $16. So they expect something. I don't like something that's too strong. I want to enjoy my drink. And I used to, when I bartended, tried to make drinks so people enjoyed them. You don't want them to get drunk. You want them to enjoy their drink. So.
I got a question coming from the audience here. I'll show you in a
Big
second.
I like sea breezes too.
What's your favorite island to visit? And
What is the panel's favorite island to visit? I used to love Cozumel, but then that got kind of populated. Most people like Aruba, it seems.
Aruba's great. Yeah, they're all.
I think most people like Aruba. It's got it all, and it's a nice restaurants, good gambling, I guess, if you're a gambler.
We stay on the boat now.
Yeah.
But back when we had the kids, we switched from Royal Caribbean to Princess, because Princess uses their own lifeboats to ferry people to the shore.
Oh, okay.
So I said, you know what? If they know how to use the lifeboats and there's an emergency, I'd rather just go with Princess. So it was great. We used to ride in their lifeboats to the little island that bring us to it. It was a great time.
Well, yeah, years ago, I always loved Cozumel. It was a beautiful island.
But now we stay on the boat because everybody's gone.
Yeah.
So you still got the same bar service and whatever.
Well, you've been on we were both on a lot of cruises. Once you've been to all of them,
Hey,
how
Sam,
many
how
times?
are you?
Hey, Sam.
Good. Take a seat or make yourself a coffee, whatever you like.
I'm gonna make myself a cup of coffee.
Okay, good to see you.
So what are you saying, Lynn? We've been on a lot of cruises.
Yeah, once I would never get off the boat in Jamaica or someplace like that. I wasn't crazy about Dominican Republic either, but
On a tour, if we're traveling with new friends and they want to go to stuff, we'll take a tour. Guided tours are great stuff.
yeah,
But going off on your own, it don't happen no more.
no. That's unfortunate too. It used to be,
Just sit down, Sam, right next to Linda's going to be good, please. Sam Meas is here, candidate for state senate.
yeah. Pretty exciting, huh?
It is very exciting. Yeah. Another adventure for me. It's a good exercise.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The door knocking really is very.
Just sit right next to Linda, please, because we got.
Good to see you, Sam.
Who are you?
I'm good. How's the campaign going?
It's going well. I've been doing a lot of door knocking, a quiet campaign, attending as many activities as I can. It's not going to be as ramp up as It's summertime. It's going
I
to be
know.
a little lull.
People aren't interested. You're absolutely right.
No one is really interested in the campaign right now and in the election. They may be upset for the moment, but their attention is going on, enjoying the summer, going to the beach, enjoying the family. Man, that is expected.
I think they respect that. Visibility. It's nice to have some visibility out there. Mm-hmm. But what do you think? Because you're in Massachusetts. It's not like a normal state.
It is not a normal state, Massachusetts. No.
How are you doing with the insurance? I know you're taking on the utilities.
Utilities.
Yeah. How's that going? It's outrageous. Your electric bill is outrageous.
It's going to be tough, and until we have some balance or a new governor in the state, nothing will change. The rates will be there, and those extra charges that they, I guess, mislead people to believe that it's delivery charges are outrageous. And then I think it's one thing to pay for a higher rate of utility, whether it's gas or whether it's electricity, but the so-called delivery charges, that is what is hurting most family. And if you take a look at your utility bill, those delivery charges typically 2 to 2.5 times the actual usage charge.
I know.
Yeah. And one thing that really gets me to most is under my skin every time I pay the bill, although I do it online, but once in a while I like to print it out and look at it like, customer charge. $10. Why is it that I'm paying $10 to be your customer of National Grid or Eversource? Yeah.
And you don't have choices, that's all.
You have no choice.
They're both in bed with each other.
Exactly.
And the
Yeah.
DPU is useless.
Yep. Again, we have to have a balance, government in the both houses of the state legislature, and so long as we have a one-sided government, so to speak, nothing will change. There's no incentive to improve. There's no incentive to change because it's sort of like a vicious cycle. Because like the state legislature who are running for offices up for re-election are also looking for donation. And guess what? Corporation may not donate it directly, but individual can donate it to the candidates.
Didn't Markley just give a gigantic donation to Lori Trahan?
It may have been come from a PAC, and the federal
I'm
election law.
I'm told Markley directly gave her a gigantic donation.
They-
I'm not
they-
sure. I don't know how to check on that, but that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, but the maximum per year or per election is $3,300 per year would be $6,600. However, a political PAC, can donate a lot more money than
Oh,
that.
yeah, because where are they getting the millions and millions that are being spent on campaigns?
Right. Hmm.
And that's the other thing. It's discouraging because I still believe it should be a government of the people. The people can't run if they can't pay that kind of money.
It is difficult. Money is a challenge. Myself as a candidate, I'm finding it very challenging. Whereas an incumbent who is affiliated with an entrenched and well-established political establishment can raise money easily. So it makes our democracy much more challenging in this day and age where you require a lot of money to reach to the voter, to get your message out to the voter, and then it's something that people need to think
Doesn't the
about.
governor have $40 million?
I'm sorry?
Doesn't the governor have $40 million in her campaign account?
No. She has about 4 million or something.
$4
Less
million,
than
it's
4
like
million, not
ridiculous
40
money.
million. No, that's a lot of money now. Mike Minow, who is her Republican challenger, has about $11 million in his campaign chest.
Good for him.
That's amazing
Yeah.
to me.
And most of it he's funding his own money. And the other thing that he has been doing that for every dollar that is donated to his campaign, he contributed $1 to it. And now the state legislature are trying to put a law into it preventing
Him from
self-funding.
Yeah.
What
What is the big cost today? Is it the media?
It's the media to reach out to as many voters as we can. Relatively inexpensive, but you have to run it continuously. Facebook, social media, such as Facebook, such as Instagram.
Okay.
Some people even have gone into X. They charge you 5 cents per click or 2 cents per click. But if you reach tens and thousands of clicks per day or per month, that can add up pretty quickly.
And you want them to click.
You do want them to click. Hopefully
Wow.
they will remember
Wow,
your
isn't
name
that
on
a
election
catch-22?
day.
Wow, that's horrible.
Yeah, so in my last campaign, I did a lot of that. I spent a lot of my money on the social media advertising, and I used a similar app called Numina, similar to ActBlue, to reach to voters. So they would, we would send out text messages, email, and all of that stuff. Really fancy stuff. What they have with technology is amazing.
Oh, I
Yeah.
imagine AI is so.
So I've been utilizing that. But that costs, every time you do it, it costs you 5 cents. And you send it out to 10,000, 20,000 people.
Well, that can get out of hand pretty quick,
It can.
and you don't even know it.
Right.
At least it used to be you knew you were gonna, if you were buying signs or you were literature, you knew what it was up front.
Right.
That is insidious. Oh my! I didn't know how that actually works.
But it's very effective. People get, you get your name out there as a candidate, particularly as a challenger. People will read about you, know about you, but sometimes people just don't vote, and that's another problem in our, democracy.
Sam put this out yesterday on Facebook.
I did, yes, I did. AI generated. I love AI.
Oh.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask.
I
It's
like
a beautiful, beautiful ad. How do you do it?
It's just AI. You talk to the app and ask the app.
What's the app called?
I use Google.
Look on your phone.
Yeah.
Well, it says Facebook. there
Yeah.
live. So
Yeah, but I'll shrink it up but he made this on his phone.
No, it came out
live
really
at
nice.
City
It
Life. It
knows,
has. It has that you're here.
yeah, it knows.
Excellent.
And fantastic. I loved it. I said, boy, I got to ask
That
him.
is
ask
very
him,
slick.
how did you make
Chat
this?
GPT.
Chat GPT. Okay.
Yeah. And then you get a plus. It makes, I mean, you pay a little bit more, but you get more information, much more robust response, everything, whereas a regular free one, after a while, it sort of slow you down. It doesn't want to give you free stuff until you shut off the app and then return it back on.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah.
But so I pay a little bit extra for the plus, and I use the plus for business as well. It's very resourceful for tax information, for insurance information.
I like
It's
the
very
whole.
good,
I
yeah.
like your whole thing. Your city.
thank
Your stories. Community. I like it.
Yeah.
And local people, local places.
Yeah. So that's one way. You see,
Tip of
that,
the cap to you,
yeah.
Sam. Good job.
Yeah. Thank you for putting that up, John.
That is very slick.
Very slick,
Quite
yeah.
impressed with that.
And it doesn't cost me any money. You know, I don't have to hire anybody. All I need is just my phone, talk to it, and about 20 minutes
Amazing,
later,
isn't
it comes up with whatever I want. And I can upload my photo, anybody else's photo.
Yeah.
Say that three of us take a picture together. I can take both of you out with just me in this office and put a new background on it. And everything.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
Well, Sam looks like he's dressed for a blizzard. That's a blizzard jacket you have on there.
It's been, yeah.
Hurricane jacket?
Yeah. It's just a nice photo that.
It is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a very nice photo.
I've been using it for all these times. Use the same photo, for everything that I do now. Yeah.
That's appealing to the eye. That is really.
So did you just pluck your head on this outfit, or?
No, just an actual photo that I had someone taken of me, I believe, in front of City Hall, and it become an icon, at least to me. And I'm using it for my campaign, throughout the campaign, for almost every literature that I put out with that photo.
Fantastic.
And some other photo behind, but that is a prominent photo that I'm using.
Good stuff.
So how do you? So where are you going? What's your summer looking like campaigning?
So the strategy.
I'm going to ask you to hold that thought because we've
Oh.
got to go to break.
Okay.
Oh,
And we'll be back. Thanks.
wow, that's all different. Welcome back to City Life. My name's Linda Bown. I'm here with Sam Meas, who's a candidate for state senator. I'm learning all about how you run a campaign now, which is totally different from when I was campaigning.
Right, in the old day, you sit at the
Yeah.
campaign headquarters, you clip all the mailing, you do letter writings
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Here, these days we can get AI to do all of that stuff for you.
But is it helping? I mean, people aren't voting. How do you get people to vote, Sam?
That is the challenge that I am, facing.
Tewksbury
And
did
very,
town election. We got like 20%,
yeah, that's pretty good.
That's huge.
That's huge, yeah. That's
which is
huge.
embarrassing. But that so how do you do that?
Hopefully with all the issues that we are facing at the state level, and that facing them personally, and hopefully the issue that we are facing also affecting them on their pocketbooks level.
Yeah.
And I'm hopeful that by going out there, talking to them, and then getting the message out through social media to remind them, it's not so much as I hate Trump, I love the Democrat, I hate the Republican. It's all about how am I going to pay my next bill? How am I going to afford
Yeah.
my mortgage and my rent? what about my utility bills? The gas bill is going up really high, the electric bill is going up really high, and now it's summertime. So instead of having issues and facing difficulty paying the gas bill, now most families are having difficulties paying that electric bill because we're using much more, AC, air conditionings, and everything. So I am hopeful that by asking them to look at it and vote it from their pocketbook perspective, it would incentivize them to come out and vote on election day. Whether they vote for me or for my opponent, hopefully they vote for me, but I want to make sure that they come out and participate in the democratic process. And if they don't, we are not going to change anything. Policy will not be changed. Laws will not be changed. In fact, the politicians want to tax you more. They keep telling you we have no money for school, we have no money for roads, we have no money for infrastructures. But in the fiscal year 2026, of about $64 billion, we have $293 million allocated for housing for illegal immigrants. Why is that?
Yeah.
So, and then it was unanimously passed in the Senate by both parties, and it passed overwhelmingly in the House for that bill. And now, whether you, whatever side you're on with respect to immigration, illegal immigration, but how do you feel having $293 million of your tax money that could be allocated and used someplace else to have for those people who came to this country, haven't paid a penny in taxes, and all of a sudden they get free housing, free healthcare, free everything, and it hurts. It really does hurt if you're a working family, struggling to meet ends meet, doing the right thing, but you're not getting help from the government. I mean, those illegal immigrants are getting help on a personal level, which is even more hurtful. But for those working American families, they want better school, they want better roads, they want affordable housing, a lot of the things that we have been talking about. But the politicians on Beacon Hill, they keep repeating these affordability all the time, but they haven't done anything in terms of making things much more affordable to live in Massachusetts.
No, it's not affordable. That's their cute little term. This is affordable. There's no such thing as and they like to imply that affordable is low income, and it isn't. And it isn't even affordable.
No, it's not. I mean, how can a young family making about $100,000 combined income afford a $500,000 mortgage? You cannot afford that. There's no way. I'm in a real estate business. I'm in a tax business, and I've seen them struggle left, right, and center. $100,000 these days doesn't go a long way, and they paid so much in taxes on everything already. You pay income taxes, and then you pay property tax, you pay excise tax.
Excise drives me crazy because you pay a tax to buy the bloody car, and it seems to me double taxation. And every year you continue to pay a tax on that vehicle.
And your road still sucks. There's potholes everywhere.
It just, everything, If the price of gas goes below $2 a gallon, will towns and cities give its residents a tax decrease, or will it continue to go up on taxes?
Taxes are never coming down.
No.
If the town has extra money, they call it free cash, and they spread it around like glee.
Yep.
And I would tell the city councils in Lowell and your selectmen, if the DPW comes to you in August and says, we need more money, you tell them, tough it out. You didn't put it in your budget, we're not giving it to you today.
Well, I don't. How do you get the people? Well, I think people are discouraged. I mean, we live in Massachusetts. You see it in California, a one-party state, and it's very easy for people to just sort of say, I can't change it. But you can.
You can, yeah. The thing what people need to understand is that unless next year or within 2 years they're moving out of Massachusetts, they should care. They have to care because most likely they will live here for the next 10 years until their kid grow up and graduate from college. So within that 10-year period, a lot can change.
Yeah.
A lot can impact them in terms of cost of living, in terms of taxes, in terms of rules and regulation. You were just talking about the excise tax. My understanding is Governor Moore Healey is trying to give the city and town more leverage to increase the excise tax from 2.5% to 7.5%.
Wow.
That's huge already. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. That's more taxes that the government is taking away from us, from money that we already paid in taxes. So that is something that they need to think about, that they need to get involved, they need to participate. And if they complain about school, the lack of budget, the lack of more money for school, for special ed and all of that stuff, they need to vote. They need to go and vote for people who are challenging the establishment candidate, because these are the candidates who will make some changes to it. And so long as you don't, the formula for Chapter 70 and all these chapters that we have for school will not change. It will remain the same, because there's no incentive for the politician to do anything except to give more money to other programs, their pet projects that they want. They're not going to do it.
And I think, right, and I, talking to people on the show week after week, and like the department heads, things like that, it keeps getting worse and worse and worse. The money's not coming from the state. We're giving more to the state. Mm-hmm. They're taxing more things. The governor's, actually, she scares me. I mean, I heard of talking about nuclear power. We have to go with nuclear power. And I guess she doesn't remember that the issue with nuclear power is where we're going to put the waste. And I know what she's going to say. Oh, well, don't worry. We'll put it in Tewksbury, or it's not going near her. You can be bloody sure.
Well,
or near
we have to explore different method of getting cheaper utility to Massachusetts. One thing that we need to do is to stop fighting against building the pipeline. The pipeline that we have is very old, antiquated, and it's a smaller, 3-inch diameter. The new pipeline that's being proposed is a 5-inch diameter, and we can get more natural gas from the fields of western Pennsylvania or the Midwest, rather than getting natural gas from the Middle East. Right now, we get most of our natural gas from the Middle East through LNG tanker regularly every month. This giant LNG tanker would just be unloading natural gas at the Everett terminal.
Well, I'm confused. I get very confused about the green philosophy, because the windmills kill the birds, and I just know.
And they're made in China.
Yeah, and they fall apart. There's been all kinds of disasters there, but it seemed like a good idea. We stopped having paper bags at one time, and because we were going to save the trees, which was lovely, but now they've thrown the trees under the bus, mm-hmm. and we're going back to paper bags.
Exactly.
So it's ridiculous. They go off half-cocked on these ideas.
I miss the plastic bags.
Oh.
You miss it?
Oh,
I miss the plastic bags.
I'm a paper bag person.
Well, how do you get your bread?
Well, I know, but I'm not happy about it.
How about your meat? Does that come in a paper bag?
But it's a little.
It used to.
How about limitations, John? We don't have to have it in everything, do we?
I like my plastic bag. It goes in my little bucket as a second use for it.
Oh, how many buckets do you have in your house? Well, when I come from grocery shopping, I probably have 10 or 15 bags. I don't have that many.
I buy a sub. I eat half of it, and I wrap the rest of it put it back in this paper, and I twist it up in one of these little plastic bags and toss it in the fridge.
And do you eat it afterwards?
I nuke it, and it's delicious the next day.
Oh, well, you're very good then. I just end up having to clean my fridge every 2 weeks or so to get everything out that we never
But none of this
did
stuff works in a plastic bag, not in a paper bag.
You don't nuke it with the plastic on, I hope.
No, but you know what really ticks me off? These companies that put aluminum foil on the bottom of. My sister-in-law, she'll say, "Hey, I got a nice chicken palm sub. I don't want it. It's in the fridge for you." I don't know. It's wrapped with aluminum. So you put it in the microwave, and the thing starts sparking up. You go, "What the heck's the matter with you?" Open it up, and it's wrapped in aluminum foil.
That's that.
So Sam,
I hope that's all you have to worry about, John.
I have small potatoes. So Sam, when you get down there, I would like you to push personal finance being taught in every grade in public school.
Yeah.
And not just, hey, what's a quarter? Tell me what a quarter is. No, I want an hour at least 1 hour a week on personal finance. And then when you get into high school, 1 hour a day on personal finance. Because we have these kiddos that go to college, and the government has no trouble guaranteeing a $500,000 loan to send them to school. They have no trouble doing that.
Yeah.
It's called a student loan. You can't walk away in bankruptcy. For those kiddos that get a new job, they send their credit card first day. Here's your credit card, buddy. $5,000. The bill comes in. You know what? The bill's $5,000 first month. Wow, that was pretty cool. You go out to buy a truck, and it's a $90,000 Silverado, and they're giving you a 10-year note to pay for it. Banks should not be doing this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Welcome to Massachusetts.
Well, welcome to the real world where people are not.
If we
financially-
taught them personal finance,
Yeah.
they would respect the credit card when they get it. They would realize, you know what? My first car, I'm going to go around the back of the dealership and get an old one.
Well,
Yeah. No, it.
At personal finance, I would just like you to at least concentrate on that a little bit and realize the value of citizens if they knew what to do with their money. Money is, I'd say, 70% of the reason we get divorced. It's over money. Because people don't know how to handle their money. I got lucky. My wife's and my rule were, when we first got married, if anything costs $100, we have to wait a month to buy it. So we want to buy that. Okay, we'll see if we still like it next month.
oh, that's a good.
That's a good rule.
I like
That's
that.
a very good rule. Yeah, I mean, they should teach that to kids and newly
That's
married
excellent.
people. Yeah, newly married.
Very, very effective.
Yeah.
So something like that, and it's a learnable skill. Guy named Bill Johnson from UMass. He comes here once a month, and he teaches economics. He knows money in and out, and he's assures me you can teach personal finance in every grade. Every kiddo needs to understand when you get your allowance. If you go down the store and you blow it on candy bars, there's no allowance coming tomorrow.
Right.
What are you gonna do tomorrow for money? It teaches the kiddo to think
Right.
about that.
No, to your point, John, our educational system needs to go back to reading, writing, and arithmetic. No politics injection into it. And I miss the old day when I was in high school back in Richmond, Virginia. You know, we had this basic lesson from our school, from the curriculum. We learned everything, and we had history, we had civics. Remember civic class?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, government, have a book this thick, and we all have to read and did all these things and learn about our country and how our government functions. And I think we have gone away from basic stuff.
Yeah.
Essentially, what it is my opinion, of course, that we are essentially busing kids to a building and indoctrinate them and make them feel good and become a social club where everybody's feeling is, tolerated, regarded, and values. But life is not fair. Life is tough. No one is going to be there for you when you're out of school. You don't have a group session anymore. So it is best that, these types of activity, I don't want to say be eliminated, but reduced to the extent as possible. And the school and the curriculum should be focused on reading, writing, and arithmetic. People don't even know how to write cursive anymore. I mean, I came to this country,
Oh, it's
I had to learn how to
embarrassing.
write cursive.
Yeah.
And it's a shame. It's a shame. And we should ban cell phone in school. Come on. Kid's a kid. We have to tell them
No,
who
Sam,
the adults are.
I richly
and the adult-
disagree. We should engage cell phones in school and teach the children how to use them properly to help them. Okay, what do you need to know the exact height of the Empire State Building? But if the thought occurs to you, you can just ask your phone, how many feet is the Empire State Building? And it will instantly tell you. So to use the phone, it's like saying, okay, well, you should walk more. You're never going to walk to Boston. You're going to take the train. You're going to take your car. You're always going to have that tool.
I understand, but during the period of 4 or 5 hours that they're in classes, they shouldn't have access to the phone because it doesn't teach them anything. And on top of that, when they come home, they are on the phone. They're glued to the phone, the tablet, all the times already. So during the time that
Well,
they're in
that's
school,
something you have to attack Lori Trahan on.
yeah,
The FCC regulates every cell phone that's out there.
Mm-hmm.
Every phone. I don't care, Samsung, the FCC says it's okay to operate. The FCC just looks away with digital addiction. And digital addiction is in every household in the United States. And
All of
it's
my
on
friends.
Lori Trahan,
Mm-hmm.
Elizabeth Warren, and Ed Markey to tell the FCC, make a way that makes, when you go to a restaurant, they have 15-minute chairs, they have 30-minute chairs, they have 1-hour chairs. And what I mean by that is, you sit in a 15-minute chair, it's not comfortable in 15 minutes. Half an hour chair, this isn't, I want to leave. In the hour chair, it's an hour. This chair is specifically designed to keep you comfortable for a certain period of time where you want to, I'm not comfortable anymore.
That's very cynical.
That's what restaurants have.
That's the first time I heard.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
No, you should. Well, you
Okay,
know
you
why?
guys-
Because nobody wants to dine anymore. They don't want to sit and chat.
Go sit at McDonald's.
Oh.
15 minutes you're going like, we got to get out of here.
Well, I'm sure.
You're not unhappy, just say, it's time to go.
I don't know. The last time I went to McDonald's was through a drive-through to get my fry. That was it.
Oh God, it's awful too.
Yeah.
But
It's expensive, everything,
yeah. Oh,
they have
the only thing you do
coupons.
with McDonald's is the bundle for the kids that you get two cheeseburgers, 20 nuggets, and fries for $10.
Yeah,
These
just
two
go
kids.
with the stuff that's
That's
on
it.
sale. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, it's awful stuff, but
Yeah.
but at least you get I think you're on the right track. Now, I think that we have to get back to some basics, sitting down and having dinner together.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, put the phones down,
device
the
away,
laptops
yeah.
down. That's all. But
Yeah.
it's got to come from the parents.
It has to come from the parent, but also we have to incentivize and teach this kid who are in school to get used to that. Remember, we're here today because our parent allow us a lot of leeway, and all of a sudden we allow the leeway to our children because we want more stuff, and therefore we have to work harder, we have to spend more time at work, and as a result of that, to compensate for the absence of time spent together, parents are giving device to their kids. I mean, my friend, I go to see them, and 2 or 3 years old with their iPads and everything. They're smart, but they're not as they don't.
They're not educated.
They're not educated
And
in
are
a
they
way.
smart? Yes. Well, if they want to know an answer, they just look it up. They don't actually know how to do any research. Nobody does research anymore.
So my point is that we need to get back into basic, and then need to educate our children to understand their civic duty, why they need to vote, and why they need to be careful on their money. What is it that to be an American? They live in a world that they don't know anything. They're clueless. They go by emotion, whatever the TikTok influencer tell them to do. They win, and then that's the problem. And look at what happened in the LA election. I mean, come on, homeless people are being paid $2 to register to vote for Karen Bass or the other, communists. And then now Spencer Pratt is out of the election. And the people of California, the people who are suffering, the people whose home were burned down, have no say because the electoral process has been manipulated by the corrupt politician in California. They wrote the law. They allowed this non-profit organization who get the money from the state to go around, essentially bribing people to vote.
I'm going to do the announcements, kids. So today is the big auction of the courthouse down the street, Superior Courthouse. Finally, it gets its new owner today. So today is June 10th, and as you can see here, on-site auction Wednesday, June 10th at 11 a.m. So I don't know what the DCAM bidder pre-qualification process prior to auction. So I don't know if you can sign up this morning to bid on this thing.
Probably not. Maybe
But
too late now.
It's before the auction.
They were due April 24th, it says. Bidder qualifications due April 24th.
Okay, well, if you have a question about this, you can call that 800 number if you want to get out and watch the bidding,
Interesting.
see what happens. But it's an absolute auction, so if you have somebody that bids $1 to buy it, and nobody else wants to buy it, you get it for $1.
You could, right? But unless there's a minimum, I haven't done any.
There is no
research.
minimum.
There's
It's
no
a-
minimum. Oh, okay.
It was explained to me by somebody who was in the know, that absolute auction means whatever bid you make, the highest bid's going to win. So if you bid $1 and nobody wants to take on that structure for $1, you get it for $1. So that's
Yeah.
today. Okay, moving right along. This weekend, a yummy time for the Holy Trinity Greek Festival. It's going to be this weekend, June 12th to 14th, and the times are there. Take your fancy phone out of your pocket, take a picture of this slide, and delicious food. You're going to have a great time, a lot of fun. So hope to see you over there. Going out to Tewksbury, the St. William's Parish Picnic is this Sunday, 11:30 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and a good time to be had by y'all. They're going to have hot dogs, hamburgers, watermelon. Fantastic time out in Tewksbury, so I hope you can make some time to go out there and get some smiles. Moving right along. Golf tournament for the Children's Fund. If you want to help out these kiddos, they have different sponsorships. This is happening on this coming Monday, so you need to get it in there quickly. Take your fancy phone out of your pocket, take a picture of this slide if you want to help the Children's Fund. Moving right along, the campaign kickoff party is next Thursday for Brady McCarron down at the Wappin West downtown Lowell. Hope you can get out and shake his hand. Brady's a good kid. He's a good guy, I should say. I've known him since he was a kid. Good guy. So he's kicking his hat in the ring. This is a wonderful idea. The East End Club is having a cookout at the end of the month. June 27th, Saturday, June 27th. Hot dogs, burgers, sausages, real fun time, and I'm sure that all the food will be reasonably priced. Thanks to the East End Club for doing this. These are the trips that the Lowell Senior Center has,
Oh,
and they went to Salisbury yesterday. Next one coming up, they're going to go and see the sand castles. So they have a bus that brings you down there.
Nice. That's
I like
great.
that.
Yeah.
So get over to call the Lowell Senior Center, talk to them. Hopefully Tara's back to work. They're telling me my longtime friend Tara got her job back because the manager fired her. No, sorry, laid her off or whatever, because they had a bunch of layoffs. And they had 7 double-sided sheets of paper of people petitioning to get her back.
wow.
So I'm glad she's
Bar has some paintings down at the senior center.
And the Lowell Firefighters Club is having a motorcycle ride. It's coming up July 11th. They're going up into New Hampshire, southern New Hampshire, and $25 for the biker. You get somebody on the back, $15. Sounds like a fun time. It starts at the Lowell Firefighters Club, and a lot of information here. Just Saturday, July 11th. Kickstands go up at 11. So that'll be a fun time. Today is June 10th. Today at Lowell Senior Center.
Roast
If
pig.
you're 60 years old, we have roast turkey. That's the only rule. You just got to be 60 years old. Nice roast turkey dinner. Yum, yum, eat 'em up. So back to you guys.
5
Thanks.
more years, I can attend that for free. 5 more years.
Oh. It's, now, I think that, I'm trying to be optimistic, about the change in Massachusetts and being in Massachusetts instead of just being cynical about it. I see the Republican Party in Massachusetts on an uptick. I mean, you have 2 candidates running for governor, right? But you have candidates actually running.
Mm-hmm.
You have, in Tingsboro, of course, I'm very happy with Colin because he has education in town government.
Mm-hmm.
He actually has classes, and I've actually seen in anybody that works at Tingsboro, we have a higher voter turnout.
Mm-hmm.
We have people who are running for just about every single office.
Mm-hmm.
People are volunteering at being alternates and things like that. So, and the Republican committee in Tingsboro is very active.
Very active, yeah. Very
I
active.
love it.
Yeah. No, John Murphy is a good
Yeah.
chairman. He's been working closely with the Mass GOP. I am hopeful that after this election, I will restart the Lowell chapter of the Republican Party. Well, try to bring people together and get people more active, more involved. And that's the only way to bring changes, to bring balance to government. I'm not expecting to have the Republican Party to take over the Democratic Party and everything now. I mean, the Democratic Party has been in power for almost 80 years, so the vein of the Democratic Party touches everything in this state. But what I want is a balanced government. And what does that mean? For example, last Tuesday they voted on that Transparency Act. The Speaker of the House called up for the vote. There's no public hearing. The notice was 24 hours. And then they voted that, hey, we're going to allow the auditor to audit certain things, and then the rest of the stuff we don't want him to audit. And that's not transparency, and that is not democracy, and that is an authoritarian state right there. The Speaker, very powerful. He doesn't care about the rest of Massachusetts people think. He just does whatever he wants. He appointed people who supported him by playing favoritism. I understand that, but that's not how democracy works. And for those people who are watching right now who care deeply about democracy and transparency, I'd like you to take a look at my candidacy and the candidacy of other people who are running and challenging the incumbent. And so long as you continue to vote for the incumbent, nothing will change. And what had transpired at the State House, I believe last Wednesday, is always going to continue to happen. You're not going to change anything. You have one man and one vote.
What happened last week at the State House?
They voted for the, I forget the name of the bill, was HR something on the audit. And essentially it limited the scope that the auditor can audit.
What I tell my friends to do who are really pissed off about this audit thing, stop writing them checks.
But they do, John. They do. They continue to vote for them.
Don't write. You can't vote for them until November. But if you don't write a check to their party, they're going to instantly know, hey, something's up.
Yeah.
Sounds like the Cowardly Lion, if she answered her phone, Cliff's looking to get some guests for Friday. I'll bet you Vanna doesn't answer her phone. I bet you we're never going to see Vanna. Vanna doesn't think.
Oh no, Vanna doesn't go anywhere. I need to be questioned.
So,
I mean, I don't know Vanna from.
She's a little like Sakari Chow. She likes to take pictures with people, just to prove that she still exists. But she really doesn't do a lot.
And that's why I'm running, because I want to be a representative who is approachable, who's not afraid to go into any territory. Because I like to look at it that whenever I go somewhere and to talk to somebody, there's always a positive input at the end. The people whom I approach, people who interview me, who disagree with me, may have a valid point. It's something I need to internalize and plan on doing something, plan on improving.
On a personal note, do you want a Whopper or a Big Mac?
I'm a Big Mac guy.
How about you, Linda?
Whopper.
Ah,
I'm with you. I like the Whopper.
really? Why?
I don't know. I just find the food
Got
better.
onions in it, ketchup. Just
Something
nice.
no.
I would take a Big Mac in a minute, but it also makes you sleepy.
Oh well, I just.
So
I
you
like
don't make the mistake of having a Big Mac if you're on the road.
My first McDonough, my adopted family took me to McDonald's, order a Big Mac, and that's how I got it. I used to, Big Mac in those days, that you could literally have to hold it with two hands. It was huge. Now it's like tiny, tiny, nothing, and it's like, what, $2.50 or something like with a Coke and fry. That was it. I was sold on Big Mac.
Then we have Jay complaining that if we ban the cell phones, how can you text in the morning?
Oh.
Ah,
I like that.
Just
That's
don't
nice.
be in the school zone.
You can call.
Well, at least again, going back to the election, finally, and for years and years and years, I think part of how the Democrats have gotten so entrenched, the Republican, and I blame the state Republican committee, they just have dropped the ball. They have not helped. They've done no outreach, and they eat their young. I mean, I really do think they do that. They don't encourage any of you, and you can't change anything if there are no candidates.
Yeah. It's a club. I've been around with the Republican Party for so long, since 2010 when I started running for Congress against Nikki Songus. The Republican Party, the Mass GOP, it's been not been useful at all. I mean, at the local level, they're very useful, but at the state level, it's been completely useless. They don't have a strategic vision for the party to grow. The Democratic Party, you look at how they recruited Radimam, Vanna Howard, Tara Hong, all these minority and low, and you look at Lauren, you have all these Latinos who are running. I mean, they have conservative values and everything, but the path to victory for them is nil. And therefore, they registered as a Democrat, run as a Democrat, and the Democratic Party supported them, financed them, and they win.
Oh, it's been
Election
for
after
many
election,
years.
for many years. And the Mass GOP, nothing. I reach out to them. I mean, it's getting better now, but it has not been very good. They have no strategic vision. I care deeply about the state of politics here, not so much as a party, but again, to go back to the balance of government, the Mass GOP need to think strategically and have a strategic vision and execute that strategic plan accordingly. But many of them who are running the Mass GOP are much younger. They have very inexperienced. They go with the hype, and whoever talk to them last, they listen. But there's no strategic plan on doing anything, nothing.
But if they would look at people like John Murphy and Tewksbury, you've seen what they've done. They have resurrected the Republican Party. They're active. They meet. And that's how. And I think that's a good part of the vote turnout in Tewksbury. The people came out.
Right.
John ran, but there were multiple candidates running.
Mm-hmm.
There were choices. You can't just whine if there are no choices. But not everybody can run. Not everybody wants to run. And
it takes a lot of time,
Yes.
effort, and energy, and you get criticized no matter what position you take, and the candidate has to be able to accept that and take that. Take case in point in my case, everybody was just like, he doesn't live in low, he doesn't live in la. Okay, you got Vanna Howard. What have you gotten?
Yeah.
Zero public meeting.
Where does Vanna live?
She lives on Market Street.
I don't care.
Yeah, she lives on Market Street.
Does she live in Lowell?
She lives in Lowell. She lives in Market Street.
Okay.
Yeah.
You live in Lowell?
I live in Lowell. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to show Linda my driver license. Put it on TV. So Linda can be my witness. Okay. And then the point is that it doesn't matter where you live. If you run, you serve your office and you serve the interests
But the law is.
You serve the law in
law
Massachusetts
is-
requires that you have to be as a resident of Massachusetts for 5 continuous years, and that you be a resident.
There is
on
no
the election day.
description of what a resident is.
I know.
Yeah.
They do not.
Here we are. It's legit.
Doesn't
Real
define
deal.
the word resident. So poor Dominic, he got screwed. Dominic Lay got screwed by the city.
Yeah.
They took him over the coals because one city councilor didn't like him.
Mm-hmm.
And they took him over the coals, cost him thousands of dollars in legal. And
but-
eventually he won.
The
But
thing
to
is,
this day, you don't have to show your ID at the election office in downtown Lowell.
no, you don't. I was a voter register in the city of Haverhill when I was living there. When I try to register people to vote, I can't even ask them for their ID. I ask them, do you swear that you are a U.S. citizen? I do. I'm like,
Yeah. How do you prove that?
how do
That's
you
right.
prove that? I mean, when I went to turn in my certified signature to the Secretary of State, first thing I did was they asked for my ID. They put my ID through the machine,
Yep.
right, to verify that I'm a legit person, who I am.
Yep.
And then they scanned, they took a picture, and they took a picture of me, and then they give me a name tag. That way I could walk into the Secretary of State to deliver my signature. But to vote, I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
A guy just came from, a third world country, can come in, go to the
Well, the
city clerk.
simplest solution to all this illegal voting is put a serial number on every ballot. That's how
You're
computers.
still going to have harvesting.
Yeah,
No,
you're
you're not.
harvesting. And
No, you're not, because
you will. You will.
Hello, I'm talking here. You can talk all you want, but only one person can talk at a time. That's how the banks find counterfeit money. The serial number on the counterfeit bill, it's thrown out right away. When you put a ballot that has a serial number in the machine to read, and it doesn't exist, or it's already been used, it's bounced out. So you tell me how a serial number is a bad idea. Now, how
Well,
you
they
can-
Linda, go ahead.
but they still make the number of ballots. If they make a million ballots, if they're serial numbers, that you don't know where they're going from there is the issue. If you're allowing harvesting, if you're allowing
It's
somebody to
only
pick up
allowed
ballots for
It's
people.
only allowed, the serial number on the ballot is only allowed to be used once.
That is true, John. But to Leonard's point, say that in the city of Lowell, I'm just say that we have 100,000 people registered to vote. They print 1 million ballots.
And they all have a serial number on them.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but we only have 100,000 people. I mean, all of a sudden you have surge of 1 million voter voting come in, and they're all valid.
So you
how
know
do
where
prove-
you know where they came from, and you have to, in Massachusetts, you have to justify why you sent those ballots. Okay, Mr. Election Commissioner, the ballots that we gave you, what did you do with them?
Who's going to hold their feet to the fire?
Yep.
Their board,
What board is that?
the election board.
That-
Beverly was on the election board in Lowell,
Yeah, in Lowell,
Yeah.
right?
and that's how you
But-
hold their feet to the fire,
No, because she couldn't say, show me your ID.
because it's not a law.
Well, but again, there's your harvesting. I just,
So, my point, if I may interject, is that
Yes.
you have require proof of citizenship to register to vote, right?
Yeah.
On election day, voter ID, your driver license is critical. It's important that it matches all of that, and that voting should be only one day.
I agree with you.
Well, an interesting,
Unless you're an absentee.
Unless you're military and absentee, you have some medical condition that you cannot
Yeah.
attend. But to be able to vote by mail-in willy-nilly, and then like
This is embarrassing,
it's
California.
ridiculous. Third world country.
interesting point yesterday. My granddaughter Zoe turned 16 years old, and she got her learner's permit. She's 16. There's a little check off there. You want to register to vote, and she checked it off.
Yep.
So when it's voting time, I'm going to see if my granddaughter's listed at the Rogers School.
No, they will send her a registration to vote. The city will.
The people who can't be fired, people who can't be fired are going to do what? Whatever they damn well please, because you can't get fired in Massachusetts.
Right.
Look at those two cops. Those scoundrels have been lying like rugs against that, whatever the Karen, whatever her name is there.
Yeah, Karen something.
Lying like rugs for years. And now some genius in government said, you know what? We're going to pull all the files you've been involved with and look at your texts on those too. They're very prejudiced guys who never should have been given a badge.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to ask their supervisor, Mr. Supervisor, I want your badge.
Oh,
You
that's never gonna
didn't
happen.
manage properly. You didn't manage properly. If you know,
No accountability, John.
I love to use the fire department, because if the fire department went home, look, we've been at this for 8 hours, we're tired, we're gonna go home. That doesn't exist with the fire department. And every other department it does. And that's just how Massachusetts works. It's not okay, you don't push excellence out the door every day, excellence out the door.
And that's the problem. We have a one-party state. Everybody is entrenched.
But
Yeah, they don't want to do anything. Don't want to cause the ripple in the water. Go
Well,
along to play along.
the email they get from their union is this: do you like your benefits? Do you like your pension? This guy wants to take it away.
Yeah.
well, that's the other thing. They just make it up. Nobody's accountable, John.
And so what you want to do, Sam, is consider in the fall, that's the letter they're going to send to them on the weekend before Election Day. Say, I love the state pension system. I love Massachusetts employees. They're fine, wonderful people, and I want them to excel. But they're held down by the gravity of a piss-poor senator. How can they fight with that?
No. I write that down.
And, you know, the other thing, too, is Melanie, nice gal, enjoy her company, love to have converse with, Melanie Gilbert, the girl who works for the Little Sun, a woman that works for the Little Sun. And, but I tell her, look, you're a blue underwear Democrat. You know how much I'm unenrolled. No, I read your stories. You're blue underwear. And she laughs, and we get along. I mean, I always enjoy having a good taffy pulling contest with Melanie. Smart woman.
Well, I'm gonna go back to the.
No, go ahead. No,
I think that in this district,
mm-hmm.
I think a Republican could win because of the towns.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what you do or how you're gonna. I'm hoping you have a plan because she's not gonna go anywhere.
She has the machine. That's the advantage, and the machine can get her a lot of vote, mail-in ballot. That's key, and that's how she won the last time. And the special.
Well, I was shocked. I was shocked at that Pepper vote.
You hit her on the audit and the gas tax.
Oh, I am going to hit her on the audit and the gas
But
tax.
how do you get the message out?
Again, social
Facebook
media.
Live.
Yeah, Facebook
Live.
Facebook
Hi.
Live. I'm going to hit her on the lack of development in the city of Low, downtown Low.
And say,
It's a
Ben,
crap
I would like to sit you down on TV and
Yeah.
let's have a chit chat and let the
Yeah.
community see
Yeah.
what you're really going to do for us.
I will challenge her to debates, and I'm hopeful that she would accept at
Wow.
least one or two debate. But if she doesn't, then I put that memo, that invitation on social media. I'm going to tell you ahead of time. I'm going to send my invitation to her debate to her state office as well as to her resident on Market Street, and ask her to debate with a certified signature.
The Mass GOP is like a soldier fighting an army with only 2 remaining bullets in the gun. However, I know, it's cynical,
I know.
but you got to start somewhere.
You have to. I agree. You have
And
to start somewhere.
think about it. The senators, you don't have that many of them. You can make a difference
Yes.
if you get a handful of Republicans elected there.
Right.
But Linda, both parties ignore the unenrolled, which is a superior number of people who vote in Massachusetts. Now, you got 70 ballot questions that are all going to get a no. You got 70 ballot, and that's going to draw people to the polls. And if you get somebody who embraces on voting day, a Democrat can vote for a Republican. I'm surprised at that. So you can grab any Tom, Dick, or Mary to put an X next to your name that day. I just think that it's an opportunity that don't ignore the unenrolled.
Oh, I don't, absolutely.
I don't ignore the unenrolled. In fact, that's a
It's the
strategy.
majority.
It's a majority. We need to, get them to vote. We need to get them to know who I am, understand my platform and what I can do for them. And that the unenrolled voters are very important.
Well, I think you probably will do well in Tingsboro. You've got a Republican committee. You've got people that will get you out there and introduce you to people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, I guess, what you do this summer.
Yeah.
You just look around and you see what's going on in Westford, what's going on in Tingsboro, what's going on in Dracut.
Mm-hmm.
What's your district now? Pepperell?
So you have Pepperell, Dracut.
Not Westford.
You have Pepperell, Dracut, Dunstable, Tingsboro, and Low. 5.
Yeah, that's workable. That's doable.
It's workable. It's doable.
You have to go to the Strawberry Festival in Dunstable.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think I don't know if it's this weekend or next weekend, but it's fabulous. And there's a town that was always Republican. I mean, in a place that's the type of place you're going to meet people. That's your network. I hate to say it, but the Republicans that's what they have to do. They have to establish their own grassroots because
They have to.
state
Agree.
committee's not going to do
They're
it.
not going to do. The state committee is not going to do. Like I said again, the state committee is run by the Mass GOP, run by a bunch of young people who doesn't have that relevant experience or understanding about grassroots. They see it from a higher level, but they do not understand that in order to go from point A to point B, you need to make sure point A is well established. What can you do with point A? What can you do?
Yeah.
But they don't really see that, and that.
It's unfortunate because it's locally where you can make a change. We started something, the audit, and look where it got us. No, but they're going to do something, right? They're going to
They're
audit
going to at least do something, and
No, you can use that against them now.
I know, but at least Because people screamed.
The thing, Vanna doesn't care what you want. She doesn't care. We voted wholeheartedly for an audit.
Mhm.
Vanna stands against the audit. She don't care what you want.
It's
Tara
so-
Hung, same doggone thing. Tara, so you disappointed me greatly. You should have just kept your mouth shut.
Yeah.
But you're showing off. Oh, God, no one's going to see me. I'm on State House TV. Yeah, it's out there.
To me, to my Democratic opponent, is that it's not so much that she doesn't care. It's so much as she's doing the bidding of the president
Yes.
of the Senate. She doesn't have that moral fortitude to stand up for what she believes. She
What
wants
does
to,
she believe?
I don't know. The first
Nobody-
female.
how do you know
I
what
think
you're
this is
saying?
what she wants, and then
How do you know what she's saying?
her supporter can tell it to her or tell her to come to see me and say hello to me next time when she meets me, rather than just walk away.
Maybe she's going to go to chat CPT.
But no, she got the checkup, right? The first Cambodian American elected a state senator. She's on all over the TVs, all over the news. Victim of genocide. Hey, Vanna, you and I came from the same background. I survived the genocide. That was 40 years ago. We're all living here in America. What you do and what I do should be addressing the needs of the people in America, in the district, in Massachusetts. Not so much as I'm the genocide victim. No. Please, no more, okay? Thank you so much. Now, that's a friendly advice. I know it's harsh coming from me as a Cambodian American, but you need to speak up, and I need to speak up. And you know what? For better or worse, challenge and debate with me. Build up your debate skill. Stand your ground. Let people know who you are, where you stand, and what your strengths and what your weaknesses are. Maybe after the first debate, you know your strength and you know your weakness. Same thing with me. We sharpen that skill. And on a personal level, we are American. Recognize as an American. And I am your challenger, but I am also your constituent. Be nice, be pleasant. Public decorum, personal interaction is a good thing.
It's got to start somewhere, Sam.
Yep. And I want us to understand that I'm running not because I want to be the first of this or first of that. I'm running because I want to audit the state legislature. I want to audit every agency in Massachusetts. I want to make sure that, fraud, waste, and abuse are curtailed, decrease, and then whatever's net saving from that waste, fraud, and abuse can be used and funneled back to the cities and towns across Massachusetts. We have to do that. Massachusetts does not have a revenue problem. We have a spending problem. We have a corruption problem. Again, $293 million for housing and supporting of illegal immigrants who came to this country illegally, who has not paid one penny in taxes, and now they're getting all these benefits. But my fellow Massachusetts, my fellow American, are getting taxed left, right, and center. Now, they talk about affordability. What have they done to reduce the cost of housing? What have they done to reduce the cost of utility? Basic stuff. And why is it that they want to tax the mileage that you drive?
Well,
Imagine to those delivery driver, Uber driver. In fact, I was an Uber driver for 6 months. I did that because I wanted to study the business, how the business is done, and I wanted to form a limousine business. Yeah, but in order to do that, I figured you have to be in there. You have to go and do all the thing and talk to all the Uber driver that they park at Logan Airport. I got a lot of information, but that business is not a viable business for me. So I didn't. But for those who are still in the taxi business, it hurts them.
yeah.
My Democratic opponent can say, oh, you can write that tax write-off and all that stuff, but that's not the point. You write, the state take a chunk of it, you get $100. By the time you finish, you get $10. And why are you working, 12 or 14 hours a day to get $10 at the end of the month to feed your family? And, you wear and tear on your tire, gas and everything, but you don't have enough money to support the family. And that's what it drills.
And take them to Hampton Beach.
Yep.
I think that you're on the right track. I like to think that the grassroots, where you're going to accomplish it.
Yes, it is the grassroots that we are going to accomplish it, get voter turnout. And
Because no one's going to see her. Nobody's going to see any Democrat. The Democrats, I'm not even sure, and I was a Democrat all my life for years and years, but I don't even know what they stand for anymore. I really, I'm a little frightened.
Anything for vote.
Yeah,
Anything to get reelected.
it's
That's
bizarre,
what they stand for.
though. I want to have some guidelines. I mean, and be able to work with people. This it's so unfortunate that our politicians don't work together.
They don't.
It's
and
not
then
personal.
they
should
take
be
it
issue.
so personal. I felt that so unwhelming, uneasy, because when Nikki and I didn't win the Republican primary, but she recognized me as a candidate, as a challenger. When we met, we were cordial, we talked, we laughed, and then I told her how I was inspired into politics by her late husband, Paul Saunders, when he debated Bill Clinton at Virginia Tech. That's how I was, got interested in politics. When I studied American civics histories and everything, but as a young person, I didn't really take interest into politics until Paul Saunders and Bill Clinton debated
That's
at Virginia
nice.
Tech, And we talk about all this, and I have no animosity or bad feeling about Nikki, the Congresswoman Saunders, but it's just a matter of policy differences. And we need to do that. We need to take a step
Get
back.
back to it.
And like the late Speaker O'Neill, I mean, he talked to everybody. He spoke to everybody, and that's how it should be. We are American. We may differ on political decisions, where we stand, how we want to allocate our limited resources, but we're not an enemy. We need to be able to talk to each other and understand each other, where we are coming from, and it's about compromise.
Ah, thank you. That's the word I was waiting for.
We're not doing that anymore. It's my way. It's racist. It's Nazi. Well, you can't call people Nazi. Now you devalue that word already. And then racist. How can I be racist because I don't want to spend money on illegal immigrant? I want to spend money on American who paying taxes, who were born here, who came here legally, who abide by the rule. That's not racist. That's common sense.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, on the housing, I'm in housing and I see it, but everybody sees it. The veterans, they've been on wait lists for years, and they were kicked to the curb.
Yep. And guess what? They have $293 million magically given to them, to the illegal immigrant, at the expense of the American veteran. And that's what I'm talking about. Priority. We need to take care of our own first. I'm an American, I may be looking brown, my skin may be brown, but I am an American as you are, everybody else, because I've been here for over 40 years, I work hard, I study hard, work hard, made a good living. I'm proud to be an American, and I want to make sure that that opportunity is afforded to all Americans and to those immigrants who come here legally. Those people who do not cut line.
What brought you to home? Paul Saunders?
Paul Saunders. Well, what happened was that, it's a long story short. I met my wife in Brockton, and then, I went around and worked. Fortunate enough to work through State Street Global Advisors, State Street Bank, BlackRock, Fidelity. At one point, State Street sent me to be a client liaison for General Motors.
What is
in
your
New York.
background?
Finance.
Finance.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, in finance.
Imagine that.
Yeah, and then I come to Lowe because there's a lot of business here. I work and interact with a lot of the Cambodian Americans naturally. And I enjoy the foods and whatnot. So I'm stuck in Lowe. I don't. At one point, I live in Lowe and I move out back and forth. But I'm in Lowe.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's.
Yeah, it's business mainly.
Well,
cultural interaction.
So you're familiar with a budget and how to read a budget, which I think is a big stumbling block.
It is.
It's not for everybody. And I watch politicians and they just don't even know they don't even know where to begin.
So that's the thing, I don't mean to go into personal, but voters need to elect people who have real life experience, whether they read a budget or not. But if they have real life experience, it means that they balance their checkbook at home. They understand how each dollar is earned and how each dollar should be spent. Oftentimes we elected people who are young, who haven't lived life yet. So they have no idea of how a dollar is generated. And as a result, when they don't have that life experience, they're easily manipulated and controlled, in this case by the Speaker of the House or the State Senate. Because remember, you're making $82,000 a year, and you were 22, 23 years old. You have no job previously, and that's a lot of money for you. And and you sit on a different committee, that's another 10, 20,000 added on that. So that's your job security, and therefore you just do whatever you are told. Whereas if someone with life experience, with career, if they lost their job, or lost the election, they can come back. Like myself, if I'm elected, and the next time people voted me out, I still come back and make a good living.
Yeah.
And therefore, when I am there at the State House, I will represent your interests, I will fight for it, and I will compromise where we should.
I'm
You
gonna
touch a
pause you here for
subject.
just a second. Tomorrow, City Life, Ellen Thorin's going to be the host. Attorney Sandra Meneses is going to be here, and Sam Chase. Then we got 2 texts for you, Lynn.
Did Colleen Gary vote against it, the audit? I believe so.
No, she voted for it.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, she voted for it, and I was looking for someone to run against her because that should be a key to success in a campaign. People who are resident of Tewksbury or Drake should run as an independent at this
We
point
won't
now.
remember in November. And if the
I will
citizens,
remind them.
if the citizens of Massachusetts want cost savings, lifestyle, move out of Massachusetts. Good point.
Good point.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
So time is short. You got 2 minutes.
So tell me about your campaign. Let's tell them where it is, where you're running, and how to meet you, by the way. How do they get to...
I'm always
help you?
available. You can contact me through social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, or my website, or you can contact me through my telephone number. I'm available, and I'm willing to meet you anytime, anywhere. Whether you're supporting me or you're supporting my opponent, but just want to take a test on where I stand, I'm willing to meet and willing to discuss on the issue. Right now, because it's summertime, I've been doing a lot of door knocking, so the strategy is to go through all the towns and then circling back to the city and then go back to the town one more time. Buy good running shoes, that way I can wear them so I won't wear them worn out.
So they just search Sam Meas.
Sammy's, yes,
That's
you'll
it.
find me. Yep, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I do wish you luck. I just think that things are... It's refreshing to have a choice. So
It is.
I do thank you for
Yeah.
getting up and coming in and talking to the people. I hope you'll come back and inform the people. And I'm looking forward to a debate and people having a choice.
And we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
It takes 90 seconds for this NASA-engineered AC to cool down your room. It's smaller than a toaster, cools any room in 90 seconds, and uses just a fraction of the energy of a regular AC. This incredible...
We are here today at the Tewksbury Memorial Day Parade, and we are so happy to be here. And the police are coming first, so we're gonna. Look at him. Go ahead, it's okay.